Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Sunday! Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well this season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Sunday, guys. This should be short. We shall see. We know how that goes. I want to speak to you guys about the importance of accountability and a few things that will branch off in regards to that. Okay, so many of you guys know that anytime God promotes us or we attain certain blessings or we're praying for certain breakthroughs, we assume sometimes that these breakthroughs just appear, these blessings just appear. But a lot of times, what will happen is God will start to work on your character first. So it's almost like you can be sitting there waiting for an open door, waiting for a blessing, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in this storm. And it's like, but why am I in the storm? Right? Why am I in the storm when I'm really waiting on an open door any day? So a lot of the times what he has to do is he has to work on your character first, so you will be able to not only attain but sustain the blessings that he has for you. Right? So in part of that process, there's a number of areas that he works on our character, but a part of that process is accountability. Now, regardless if it's a God thing or it's just the right thing to do, accountability is important, right? Here's the thing. And the reason why I'm making this, honey, because listen, I was transparent moment. Your girl was in the garage, right? Trying to clean the garage out. And boom, conviction. Accountability. Accountability. Remember last week when you got into this little rift or this little whatever you got going on, right? I don't care who was right. I don't care who was wrong. Was your response all the way right? Was your reaction all the way right? And I'm like, but why I gotta be the one? Okay, Lord. All right, you're right. You're absolutely right. I will take accountability for my part. Speaking of that, your job is to take accountability for your part, the action that you played in it. Even if you feel the other person may not let their pride aside, even if the other person may not forgive you or whatever the case may be, you have to take accountability for your part, the part you played. Did you react a certain way? Because truth be told, if you would have reacted different and have less emotions, my ladies, have less emotions, it may have calmed the situation before it escalated. Right? Where you could actually hear each other more. But when tensions are high and your reaction may have now triggered a trauma trigger for them, they become defensive, then boom, everything blows up, right? But when you learn to take accountability for your part, like you really move with the spirit of, you know what? I come in peace. I'm not going to even bring up your side. I'm not going to even bring up what you did. I'm going to take accountability for my actions. I apologize for the way I reacted. I apologize for being too emotional rather than logical. I apologize for staying with you longer than I should have. I apologize for ignoring my convictions, right? Just speaking general here. Because one way or another, more than likely, we played some kind of part. Now, maybe not always. Maybe you're perfect and you didn't play any part, right? Then cool. Then you don't have anything to take accountability for. I'm speaking in regards to the individuals who know that they're not perfect and maybe something that they did could have played a part in the strife, etc., etc. So, as I'm in the garage and I'm like, okay, Lord, I will do it. I will make the call. Then I get hit with boom, boom. Remember last month when? Oh, now, okay, all right, okay. That's two. I will put my pride aside. I will take accountability for my part, my sensitivities and everything else. Oh, well, Kizzy, since you're doing such a great job, remember 6 months ago. Now, you know what? Find somebody else to do it, please. Because that one, like, I don't even want to, like, you're not. But it is what it is. So I've done 2 so far. I got one more to do when I get off this recording, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, right? I'm just trying to figure out how to unblock the number first. I'm literally going through the block list, right? There's probably got like 1,000 people on it. I'm going through the block list trying to unblock the number, and I can't find the number. So I'm like, oh, this might be a sign. This might be a sign that really God don't want me to reach out, because if it was from God, it would be easy to just unblock this number. I've been trying to unblock this number for 30 minutes, and I can't find the name to even unblock it. Maybe that's a sign that I don't have to. Not, right? Not. But I'm going to do that. Do I want to do it? No. Do I feel I was wrong? 2 of the situations, definitely I played a part in it. Right? I could have done things or responded differently to kind of like make peace, if you will, to hear both sides effectively. But one situation, I don't feel like, no, I lied. And my lies were non-intentional. But 3 situations. If I could have moved pride aside or moved triggers or emotions or whatever aside, truth of the matter is it could have been a logical conversation where each person was heard and you come to some kind of common ground. Ding, 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 ding. Accountability is not always about reuniting. This is why if you're the person who inflict harm or hurt someone, even when you take accountability, that's really just for you. That's for your growth. That's for you trying to like really, but you can expect the other person to always forgive you right away. I mean, it'll be great. Sometimes maybe they will, but you definitely cannot assume because you take accountability, that means things go back to normal. That's not what accountability is for. It will be great if it can. Many times, if it's something, I know that to be very, very true. It happens very frequently, actually, when I have to do it a lot, because I get convicted a lot to always go back and kind of like iron some wrinkles out, let it be for my staff or this person or that person. And what I've noticed that a lot of the times, most times, when one person let their guard down, and you go back and you don't bring out what they did, right? And let me just tell you, when you start typing, honey, you done got up in there what they did and and honey, that conviction gonna be so. Erase it, delete it, delete it. I don't need you to focus on what they did. Your job is to focus on your part. Accountability is for you. They have to take their own accountability. Once you move your pride aside, once you soften the stance, you then help soften their stance. Then they'll say, well, goodness gracious, now I'm convicted, because if she or he can such and such, then you know what? Maybe I was wrong too. And then you iron things out. Now, those are for we're human, right? Minor issues, minor hiccups. But I'm speaking about if you have betrayed someone, right? If you've hurt someone, you cannot expect, because you come and say, I take full accountability for my actions, right? That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful, because most people won't ever take accountability. But you are sadly mistaken if you assume because you take accountability that the person just say, okay, now we're back besties. Now we're back lovers. Now we're back. No. That would be thinking before you act, not accountability. That would be thinking before you jeopardize. That would be thinking in advance with discipline. I won't put myself in this situation because this particular thing can happen. And if it happens, then there's a chance that So accountability just means you own what you did. You own your part, but it doesn't always heal and fix depending on the person as well as depending on the level of offense, right? So I just wanted to encourage you guys because what I noticed was this. When I reached out to both people this morning, and trust me, honey, I had to delete the I had to delete the messages so many times because I had to go back and edit it and remove this and remove that because I kept throwing their stuff up in there. Right. When I did that through obedience, through moving pride aside, just like I said a few minutes ago, each person response was automatically, you know what? I apologize for what I did. You're absolutely right. Maybe I took it the wrong way. Things smooth out. But those were petty stuff. Let me be clear. That was petty stuff. Those are like misunderstandings, if you will, not some type of betrayal, if you will. But I wanted to encourage you guys because not only did it soften the stance and then it made everything smooth, it also took something off of my spirit, right? That little of the heaviness that was there, like kind of, listen, chosen ones, our spirits are so pure. This is why we don't like our spirit to be disturbed, right? Because our spirits are so pure. And so we don't like our peace disturbed, right? Anything that just grieves our spirit. This is why when God grieves our spirits about a person or what the person is doing in their actions, this is why we can't rest. This is why we can't sleep, because our spirits are so pure that anything that disturbs our spirit, it sits in our spirit. And so we have to find a way where we move that thing out. Let it be moved, the person out of our lives, or let it be taking accountability and come into some type of common ground, etc. So I just wanted to convict one of you guys because I got convicted. But it will be worth it. Move your pride aside. Take accountability for your part. But again, be prepared. Depends on if you did something like horrible. Be prepared that they may say, okay, thank you. I take accountability, but I'll see you when Jesus come home. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.